From a business standpoint, the sport is such a drug, and you know, in that sense also, you know, it's difficult because we're so close, and I've always kind of been right on that edge. You know, the amount of money that goes into it, just to be on that edge of you know, being that guy or not being that guy, or being the guy that can make a living doing this, or being the guy that's, you know, trying to find money every weekend to go race. You know, it's tough, and that's, you know, 10 years of going around traveling the country as an amateur, just funded by my parents. There wasn't any extra funding from somewhere else or anything like that. You know, the sport is unbelievable. I mean, if I had to add up all the years of all the money that we spent, millions, that's sickening. We talked about it a couple months back, and you know, I'm starting to understand a lot more about business and the way that things work, and it's difficult. And you know, I mean, especially after, you know, after Loretta's, you know, I went and spent 3 years racing in Europe, and man, talk about a wake-up call. After the first go-around in Europe, I was, I guess you could say after the first month I was depressed, I was homesick. I had cried myself to sleep countless nights, and I mean, it's just the way it is. And you know, but at the same time, you know, luckily my parents have raised me in a way where, you know, I can appreciate the things that are in front of me. I mean, I was 18 years old, I had taken my girlfriend with me to Paris and things like that, and you know, I mean, that part of it was amazing, but from a racing standpoint, it sucked, and it wasn't fun. And you know, it made me stronger, but it wasn't until a few years later until it all made sense, I guess you could say. After every GP on the weekend, I would basically go that Sunday night, I'd go to town, and I would sit there and people watch and just live a night in that kind of civilization. I wouldn't go party or anything. I'd go just grab a beer and just, you know, eat their food, see what they do, kind of thing. And that kept me going, because that was something that I kind of found that I enjoyed. And you know, and I love, you know, understanding someone's different culture and appreciating a different way of life than just the way that we're so stuck in here, especially in Southern California. You know, I think what I learned there hasn't really showed, you know, in my racing just yet. And you know, being able to bring something different to the table mentally is kind of, you know, been something that, whether it helps me in racing or life in general, is going to be something I'll take with me for the rest of my life. There's never been any regrets. I mean, you know, looking back, I mean, the things that we did as a family, the things that we did, you know, and all that stuff from all different angles has been amazing. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous saying, hey, I spent 2 years racing and traveling around in Europe, but it was a surreal moment. I mean, you know, I still get goosebumps to this day thinking about it.
Leib, though, he was the star of the show. He came from way down the order on the first lap.